The confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County comes to 1,091,712. The confirmed number of deaths reaches 15,897. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 5,938, with total confirmed deaths at 138. We anticipate those numbers to change as the county updates its last 24-hour operating period. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Ben McCain. It's 4 p.m. on this last Thursday of the month, January 28th. As restaurants quickly work to reopen outdoor dining and beginning tomorrow, Los Angeles County public health officials say they'll be on the lookout for safety and health violators. Beginning Friday, additional requirements will have to be met with reopening for patio dining. The county's public health director, Dr. Barbara Ferrer, asked restaurant owners to reopen cautiously following safety and health protocols to help mitigate the spread of COVID-19. Dr. Ferrer held a briefing with restaurant industry officials and employee unions on Wednesday and said a revised health order outlining the restrictions would be released sometime today. Before the region's stay-at-home order went into effect, restaurants were allowed to serve at 50% of their outdoor capacity, with all servers and employees required to wear face masks and face shields. Tables must also be socially distanced apart, and guests must wear face masks when not dining. Dr. Ferrer says notices were sent out this week to all reopening businesses to remind them of the restrictions for various sectors, like capacity limits, face coverings, and sanitation procedures. She also cautioned restaurant goers to limit gatherings, specifically with the upcoming Super Bowl. Health Services Director Dr. Christina Galli says the daily number of deaths are likely to remain high for at least 2 more weeks due to the recent surge of COVID-19 patients. Elementary schools in Los Angeles County may be allowed to reopen for in-person learning in just a few weeks if COVID-19 infection rates continue to decline. LA County Public Health Department Director Dr. Ferrer commented during a Los Angeles City Council briefing that with cases continuing to drop at the current rate, schools could potentially bring back students on campus in as little as 2 to 3 weeks. Torrance School Board members voted to halt in-person instructions in January after holding a special board meeting as coronavirus cases were at their peak. Their next Torrance board meeting will take place on Monday, February 1st, beginning at 7 p.m. You can get more information at tusd.org. Be sure to follow them online as well as on social media. Well, after nearly a year of social distancing, avoiding friends and family members, and worst of all, seeing thousands fall ill and dying from COVID-19, researchers confirm what most of us already know, that pandemic fatigue is here and it's real. The University of Southern California conducted a study out of the Schaefer Center from Health Policy and Economics and published their findings, which didn't come as much of a surprise. Data collected found that while more people are wearing face masks consistently, they are letting their guards down when it comes to staying safe at home and observing social distancing guidelines. From early April to November, a survey was sent every 2 weeks to a group of participants in the Understanding America study. The UAS is a nationally representative internet panel which includes thousands of respondents who are 18 and older. Now, during those 8 months, researchers found that people who stayed inside their homes, except for essential activities or exercise, had decreased from nearly 80% to 41% as time went on. The study also found that people who were not having visitors over to their homes dropped from 80% to about 58%, and people who were avoiding eating in restaurants also dropped nearly 20% from 87% who avoided it early on. Experts say the reason many began to relax their behaviors towards the end of the study may have been due to the news that a vaccine would be available soon. Researchers say while the vaccine is now here and will take time for everyone to get theirs, in the meantime, people need to stay focused on protecting one another and target behaviors that are most effective and least disruptive, like staying home as much as possible, having minimal contact with those outside of their household, and wearing face masks when around others. Two popular Southern California spring festivals will be canceled for the second straight year due to the ongoing concerns of the COVID-19 pandemic. The California Strawberry Festival, held in Oxnard, traditionally takes place in late May to celebrate the strawberry season, but plans to return on May 14th and 15th of 2022. Officials say their primary concern was the health and safety of everyone involved with putting on one of the biggest events in Ventura County. And in Orange County, the Garden Grove Strawberry Festival hopes to also return on Memorial Day weekend next year instead. A winter storm watch is in effect until tomorrow late afternoon, as the latest storm is expected to bring heavy rain and snow through tonight and tomorrow. The Southern California storm system is expected to bring 2 to 4 inches of rain to some communities and up to 10 inches of snow to the mountains. This is the third storm in the region over the past week, with a fourth system arriving possibly next Tuesday. And it couldn't come at a better time, as Mammoth Mountain and other nearby ski resorts welcome back overnight guests since California lifted the stay-at-home order. Since December, leisure travel and reservations at hotels and lodges were not allowed. On Mammoth Mountain Resort's website, it reads they continue to operate for skiing, riding, and lodging, and short-term rentals are now available with restrictions. Mammoth Mountain is located in Mono County. They remain under the state's purple tier. With heavy rain expected overnight through most of Southern California and a fourth storm headed this way early next week, the city of Torrance is reminding residents that free sandbags are available. The city's Public Works Department is offering up to 25 free sandbags per resident. They're available to pick up at the City Yard on Madrona Avenue or at the Torrance Fire Department. For those interested, you must bring a valid photo ID or a Torrance utility bill to show proof of residency. Be sure to call before you go to make sure staff is available to help. That number to call is 310-781-6900. During after hours, you can also call the Torrance Fire Department at 310-781-7042 or go to torranceca.gov/sandbags for more information. LA native Amanda Gorman has another chance to stand on a big stage to perform another original poem. Gorman, who wowed the world with her poetry during the presidential inauguration last week, was invited to read a poem that she's written at the pregame ceremony before the coin toss of the 55th Super Bowl championship game. The poem Gorman has written was specifically for the 3 honorary Super Bowl captains, educator Tremaine Davis, nurse Susie Dorner, and Marine Corps veteran James Martin. All 3 were selected for their work during the pandemic. Gorman was the first LA Youth Poet Laureate in 2014 and the first National Youth Poet Laureate in 2017. She graduated in May from Harvard University with a degree in sociology. She also has several books scheduled to be published this year, featuring a collection of her work. She's also signed a deal for fashion and beauty endorsements with IMG Models. Super Bowl 55 between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs will be played on Sunday, February 7th in Tampa, and can be seen on CBS beginning at 3:30 p.m. Students of the California State University system will catch a break on college tuition this year, as officials announced they won't increase tuition during the pandemic. Chancellor Joseph Castro announced at a recent Board of Trustees meeting that Governor Gavin Newsom's budget proposal, as well as Cal State University's cost-cutting efforts, will allow for the university system to forego raising tuition cost. Newsom's budget proposal for next year includes $144.5 million in recurring funding for the CSU, nearly half of the $299 million that was cut last year. The budget also includes $225 million in one-time funding for the Cal State system, which has just under 500,000 students across 23 campuses in California. Olive Garden, along with several other chains under the parent company, Darden Restaurants, will now begin offering employees paid sick leave to go get their COVID-19 vaccine. Employees of the restaurant chain will get 2 hours of pay for the first dose and an additional 2 hours of paid leave to get the second dose. Now, the rate will be determined by the employee's total earnings over the past 13 weeks. Workers that haven't worked for the last 13 weeks will receive payment based on their primary job or minimum wage, whichever is higher. While hourly employees are not required to get the vaccination as a condition of employment, they're strongly encouraged to consider getting the vaccine. The news comes after other companies like the Dollar General, Aldi, Trader Joe's, and Instacart all announced their own incentives or paid time off for their employees to get vaccinated. Well, due to the anticipated weather forecast, tomorrow's free food drive-thru giveaway has been postponed. The Office of LA County Supervisor Janice Hahn announced the food distribution will take place in early February instead due to the expected rain. They plan to meet with their LA County and LA Regional Food Bank partners to discuss in detail when to reschedule this event. We will be sure to keep you posted as soon as the information is available. Well, as we head into the weekend, be sure to tune in to the Weekends in Torrance. New episodes air at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Well, even the rain couldn't keep the popular Hello Kitty truck from visiting Torrance, and our Christine Lee was there to check it out and see why fans were willing to stand in line for this unique visit. Then on Saturday, Chato Tea Room talks to Leslie Robbins about how they are ready to serve customers again as outdoor dining resumes this weekend. They're letting the community know that they have practices and policies in place to ensure a fun and safe experience. Plus, more and more people have adopted pets during the pandemic, and our very own Rhiannon Tretanich shares tips on how to work from home with your four-pawed friend. These stories and much more. Be sure to tune in this weekend at 2 p.m. You can find us on Spectrum Cable Channel 3, Verizon Fios Channel 31, streaming on our website as well as on YouTube. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share stories from our community, feel-good pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. Well, a local church is going above and beyond to show their support for our Torrance first responders. Bread of Life Church on Lomita Boulevard in Torrance let Torrance Councilman George Chin know they plan to donate 50,000 face masks to help keep first responders safe during the pandemic. They plan to drop off the donations next week. What a great gesture and way to support and protect one another as we continue the fight in this pandemic. Now, if you have a great story, photo, or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 Today. We'll see you right back here on Monday as Leslie Robbins brings you the latest. Be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.